Young Scotland's Got Talent was set up in 2010 to lobby for better employment support for young people with learning disabilities or autism who want to work. Since then, we have delivered over 20 inspirational events throughout Scotland. On 29th July, we held our first online Young Scotland's Got Talent to honour young people with additional needs who have been working on the front line during lockdown. This video features our fabulous role model, Jamie Ferguson.
Okay, so now we're joined by Jamie. Jamie, nice to see you. So can you tell us a bit about your job?
I work at Worcester General Hospital. I'm actually a catering assistant. So basically I give the patients their meals at dinner time. Sometimes it could be in the morning, but I'm mainly based at night, so from 4 to 8. And it's basically, as I said, go up to the wards, serve the patients their meals, and then bring back the trolley, and then we just basically set back up for the next day.
So how long have you been doing this job for, Jamie?
I've been doing this job now about for 3 years after I left Project Search.
You must like it then, have you been there for 3 years?
Aye, well, it's a good job to get. Yeah, once you're in, you're in. It is a good job to work.
What do you like about it?
I like the satisfaction of obviously knowing that obviously certain people, obviously like patients, are like you serve their meals, and that wee key fact might be that one chance that makes somebody's life a bit better, knowing that at least I know it's like a simple task, but to somebody it's a bit more inspirational if people are like that meal might make them happier. And to bring basically that to the workplace and to work to NHS is obviously the reason why I like working there.
So who helped you kind of get the job? You mentioned about Project Search, but did they help you, or did you have a kind of job coach?
I had a job coach. Her name was Joan. She basically was in the Project Search, and she was a great help. She gave me my confidence to go into like at the interview, to basically build me up for the job. And obviously you can only do, obviously Joan can only help me so far. You have to obviously do the rest yourself, but she prepared me for that to do myself. So I'm 100% appreciative that Project Search has obviously done for me.
So would you recommend Project Search for a lot of people watching this?
Yeah, 100% recommend Project Search.
Yeah. So I take it you never heard about Project Search before someone told you about it?
I basically knew about it when I was like in school, but I was always like a bit hesitant in obviously working in a hospital, because I was like, no, I couldn't work in a hospital, I couldn't. But then obviously I went to college, and then I did my college, and then I was like, there's an opportunity for you to go to Project Search. So obviously I grew up a bit more, and I'm like, no, do you know what, I'll actually try and obviously go. And then I obviously knew, I'm like, no, I wish I went, obviously, when I did, because obviously the job and all that. But it also builds relationships, and you get to talk to other people in circumstances you don't actually usually get to talk about.
And obviously you'll get to meet new people and new pals as well. Yeah. Would you say that's a benefit as well? Yeah,
that is a good benefit, because there's obviously people in different kinds of different parts of where they come from, and you learn a different bit about them and how else, obviously, what else.
Okay, so I'm speaking to people at the moment for Young Scotland's Got Talent, Jamie, and I'm asking this question because obviously your job might be different at the moment because of the coronavirus. So can you tell us a wee bit about what's kind of like changed in your job at the moment?
Basically what's changed is we have to wear masks going from kitchen to even into the ward, but still having them on while serving, wearing gloves basic gloves and aprons. So obviously your standard procedure, but obviously the difference is obviously the washing the hands more often, just the cleaning, and keeping your distance. So obviously that is hard, obviously working in the kitchen, but we can do it. It's just, you just have to obviously take that wee bit of time to realise, like, oh, sorry, 2 metres, and it is really, but it is also like, it does take a toll on you for that reason, because obviously you're used to talking, and then next thing you know, you're like, oh, sorry, I can't, because distancing and just try to get around people, and it's frustrating sometimes, because obviously you're like, can't go there, I don't know, because there's too many people, and yeah, it just obviously eats away at you at some points, but you just obviously have to get up and go and do it, and which I have. I've been doing it since obviously it happened. So
because that you've been up to the wards giving people breakfast and lunch and dinner and all that. Do you have to wear like a shield as well, kind of to protect your face in a way?
I don't actually wear one. The reason why that is because we're actually we're not really with patients. We're mainly based like at the side or at the door, and the nurses come to us.
Ah, right, okay.
They're all wearing their gear, and then we're just obviously, there's that, stand back, and then basically giving them their meal. They'll take it, and then they'll come back and forward until obviously all the meals are done.
Whereas before you could have went up to the beds and give the patient some meals, but not at the moment.
To be honest, we never really did that. That's just in general. We just didn't obviously take the chance, no matter what, this virus or no, just in case obviously they have something else wrong with them, and then we take it back down to the kitchen, and so we just leave it to the nurses, because they know what they're actually doing and who they're going into, so they can prepare themselves before we go in.
So what's the best part about your job then?
Basically just the fact that having a job and well, as I said, I got my own house at my job, so I'm actually got my own independent.
Wow,
and I got my house out of it, and having my own house, and it's great because you feel like you're getting there. And that's the why, and even just being there and helping people and meeting people, and it's just all a general as an experience. It's not just like a school or college or it's a workplace, but it's that atmosphere that you would never really experience until you're really in the place.
Do you feel as though that your house and all that has helped your kind of confidence in a way as well?
Yeah, I would 100%. Yeah, because as I said, this having my house is obviously, even while working in the kitchen and obviously cleaning and serving meals and all that, actually impacts how my house is run, obviously, because you know how to clean now, you learn how to do different cleans, like working with bleaches or working with that, and it just all in helps you keeping your house clean and keeping your cell clean, and it has a great impact in all what I've been doing.
So tell me, what's been difficult about your job? And I don't mean the now, but I mean like in general.
Difficult. To be honest, I wouldn't say it's a difficult job. It's just obviously you need to be a wee bit high alert at some points. Obviously, you're in a kitchen, you just can't just walk about and basically like that, because obviously you've got hot fryers or hot cooked, so you just need to have more awareness to where you are and in a kitchen, and obviously that's the main hard bit about it is obviously remember you're in a kitchen and not just sitting with your pals or that. It's like it's a work environment, so you have to act like you're in a work environment. But really that is, and obviously be careful putting stuff into the ovens and or into trolleys because they're hot, cold, stuff like that. But to be honest, it is a good wee job, and I'm obviously honoured to have it.
That's good that you enjoy your job. So Jamie, tell me, what advice would you give young people with learning disabilities watching this, and tell them what's the benefits of getting a job?
The advice that I would give is to basically never to give up. Obviously, it comes to times where you get where, oh, this is never working. But that is the challenge. It's not, you never to give up on the first hurdle. You have to get out of that hurdle, and you have to keep fighting. Because the reason why I'm saying this is because, as I said, I've got like my wee house, and see, once you get that independence to live in yourself, it builds bigger, because then you can start to go, well, I can go here now, I can go there, I can do this, and it gives you that to where you feel a wee bit like indestructible in a way, where you feel like, no, I can do this. And the things that used to be like scare you, like I used to be scared doing interviews and do them all the day, and if it wasn't for the fact that my job or talking to people in other places, I'd be like, nah, I couldn't do this. And here you are, I'm talking to you today, basically telling you that it is hard. Life it's going to be weird from now till the end of whatever this is. But even after this, it's still going to be this will become new normal, and it will be hard. But you just have to keep getting out there and trying to get yourself a good wee job, because honestly, that is what's best for people.
So, your house, Jamie, how far is that away from your job? I mean, do you have to get a bus or whatever? Yeah,
I have to get a bus, which is another obviously a wee bit of hassle way, because obviously you need to wear face masks now on buses. So obviously I need to wear a face mask going into work, leaving work, and then in work, and then obviously it starts to obviously your warm, and then you're like, oh, and sometimes you're just like, oh no, but you have to wear it. Obviously, you go, oh, that one time I'll take it off, and then next thing you know what I mean. But you always have to stick to the rules.
You've not got a choice.
There's basically no quick fix or a quick, oh, I'll just do this for a couple of minutes. No, because that couple of minutes could make a difference in either way.
Yeah.
So, okay. But I would say that my house is, it takes about 40 minutes on the bus.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Well, to be honest, on the bus it's not too far then, 40 minutes.
Yeah. It's just obviously at night I get the bus at 8:10. So getting in, I get in about maybe 9:30. And then I'm back again at 4 in the afternoon. But it's a good wee number. It's a good time. Lets me obviously get up, get myself sorted and that. So it's not like I'm getting up at 9 or something like that in the mornings and you're still a wee bit tired and that. It means I can actually get up, rally around, get myself sorted, and I went into work and I look like $1 million, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for your time, Jamie. Good luck.
No problem.
Well, I'm really glad that Jamie's got time to make himself look $1 million in the morning before he goes to work. That is fantastic. Another really inspiring video interview there, Michael. Just, that thing, never give up, you're indestructible, get over your hurdles, they're there. We're not pretending that everything's plain sailing all the time, but there are people that help you with that. And the more you do it, the better it gets and the easier it gets for you. So well done to Jamie. Thanks again for another fantastic interview.